Hello, this is Abhishek with another video on developing Android applications. This is part 2 of taking input from users. So before moving on with this video, there's a correction in the layout that we created in the last video. So for that, head to the layout files, activity_main.xml, then go to the edit text and update the value for input type. The current input type is number. There are three types of numbers: number, number decimal, and number sign. Number means all the positive integers. Number decimal means all the positive decimals, that is 1, 1.5, 5.0. Third, with number signed, you can input both positive and negative decimals. In this video, you will learn how to take input from the user and send the output. So far, we have made the layout for the calculator application, and now we will be adding the functionality and display the result. The logical part of the application is coded in Java or Kotlin. I will be teaching in Kotlin. If you want the preferred language as Java, let me know in the comments and I will be making tutorials in Java. Go to Java folder, which is over here. If you cannot see the tab, click on the project and then it will be visible. Also make sure that the preferred style of the view is Android. Then click the app Java package and then you will see main_activity.kt. Open it and you will see the class extends to app_compat_activity. All the activity classes inherit it. When an activity is created, onCreate method is called to set up the interface and initialize the activity. The layout we create is attached to the activity using setContentView method and a reference to the layout is passed, in this case r.layout.activityMain. First we need to set up a spinner to take the operators. Create a private method using the keyword private fun. Give it a name. This function will not have any arguments, so leave it blank. You can give the return type to the function using colon followed by the type like string, double, etc. This function will not return anything, so the return type will be unit, which is same as void in Java. You can also leave it blank and by default it will have unit as the return type. The content of the spinner is displayed using an adapter. So let's create an adapter. Define a variable using val adapter is equal to array adapter. They are of two types. One, that is a constant, it doesn't change its value, and second, variable, the value can be changed. The constants are declared using val keyword. Adapter is a val, so the value of adapter will not change. The constructor of array adapter takes three parameters. First is the context, then the layout for each option, and third, the list of options it has to display. So put this as the first parameter. Second, pass the layout. Here we can create our own layout for each option, or we can use the one provided by the Android. I will use the one provided by the Android. For that, type android.layout.simplelistItem_1, and for the third, enter operators. It is in red as we have not created a list. I am making constants as there could be typos when creating the list and retrieving the items, and that could lead to errors. So it is a good habit to create constants for the items. To create the constants in Kotlin, create companion object and define the constant inside it like this. Add constants for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now create a list and add the constants to it. Name the list as operators. Add the constants we created to it like this. This is an immutable list, which means you cannot make the changes to the list once created. Add this list to the adapter. Now set the adapter to the spinner using spinner.adapter is equal to adapter. Your spinner is created. Now call this function from the onCreate method. Next, we need to perform the calculation when a button is clicked. So set the onClick listener on the button like this. Whenever the button is clicked, this method will be called. So when a button is clicked, we need to take the input From the edit text, perform the calculation and return the result. For this, take the input from the edit text and store it in the variables. Create val as first number to get the number from the edit text. Number 1 edit text.text.toString dot double. This will retrieve the text from the edit text, convert it into a string and then to the double. Now get the operation to be performed from the spinner and store it in a variable operation using val operation equals operator spinner dot selected item dot toString. It will get the item from the spinner and convert it into a string. Now calculate the result and store it in the variable result. For this, we need to create when with operation as parameter. It is like a switch case in Java. Then put add first number plus second number. This means when the user selects addition from the list, this case will be executed. Do this for subtraction, multiplication and division. Press Ctrl plus D to duplicate the code, update the cases with operations like subtract, multiply and divide. Then update the cases with the respective operation. Then store the result in a constant like this. This is showing an error as we need to add the default case. So for that, put an else and set the value as null. Go to result, set the value as double question mark. So in order to make the result nullable, we need to add the question mark. Now set the result on the result text view using result text view dot text is equal to, now put an if condition to check whether the result is null or not. So if the result is not equal to null, then result colon $ result. This will print the result. Else, invalid operation. Your code is completed. Run the application to test it. To run the application, press Shift plus F10. You can run the application directly on your phone or using an emulator. To run it on the phone, go inside the developer options and enable USB debugging. Once enabled, when you connect your phone to your computer, it will show here like this. Then click on the green triangle or press Shift plus F10 to run the application. The application is running on my phone and it is performing the operations. There is one last error that needs to be handled. What if the user doesn't enter a number and presses the button, or enters one of the numbers and then presses the button? This will crash the application as it would lead to number format exception like this. You can view the error in the logcat as well. Click on the logcat tab, logs of the application. Click on the calculate button to crash the application and you will see the error in the red. You can click on the blue underlined text and it will navigate you to the cause of the exception. Isn't it amazing how easily you can locate the problem? This error can easily be fixed by checking the input before converting it into double. For that, create a variable first number string to store the variable and value as number 1 edit text.text.toString. This will store the string value of the edit text. Check the value is empty or not using the if condition first number string dot is empty. If the condition is true, then show the message to the user using a toast. A toast is a string that is displayed to the user to give the information, like when you are writing an email and close the application, it says saved as a draft. This is a toast. Similarly, when you click on send, it says sending and afterwards sent. These are toast messages, which are used to update the user about the operation in the application. To add a toast, type toast.makeText and pass the context to this. Then enter the message that you want to display. For this, enter the first number, then the duration of the toast using toast.lengthshort. To display the toast, use the show method and then stop the method using the return. Repeat this for the second number. Now your application is ready. Great! You made your first application in Android. That's it for this part of the video. In the next part, we will beautify this application and convert this to this. Hope you guys learned something new today. Please hit like and subscribe to support me and hit the bell icon for notifications. See you in the next video. Happy coding.